Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Dokkan event and the special Dokkan event missions for the Beast Gohan. It's a new stage of the pre-existing Beast Gohan event and basically how you can beat it. Now obviously Dokkan events are more a difficult challenge for new players, so if you are someone who goes, why do you do videos on Dokkan events? I just do. I just enjoy covering everything, and sometimes it's nice to talk about the event, especially with the missions and everything, showing a team that players may have access to or want to build. Now, Gohan Beast, or Newfound Power Beyond the Ultimate Gohan Beast, is very, very good. The missions for his Dokkan stage are also very straightforward, to include superheroes category characters, to complete the event within 5 turns, and on top of all of that, just to not use any support items. This is all fairly easy-ish to do. If you are a brand new player, you are going to struggle with some of this, and that is okay. Just do the lower difficulty, work your way up there, awaken Gohan or whichever units you need first, grab some free-to-play units, and then you'll get it done. You don't have to worry about it too much. Now, Gohan, in general, as a rule of thumb, I'd probably say it's the best unit in the game. So if you're fortunate enough to get him, I think that's fantastic. He is really one of the top units in the game, and he really is like so usable and just able to be used in so many different situations and teams. He's on a ton of categories, you know, Battle of Fate, Bond the Master and Disciple, Bond the Parent and Child, Superheroes, Connected Hope, Earthbred Fighters, Goku's Family, Full Power, Exploding Rage. He's just on like everything, and so being able to grab him and use him is very good. He also has no real conditional requirements for himself. He doesn't need you to have certain units on rotation, doesn't need you to have certain units in the team. The only one he does have is for his unit super attack, and that is to have Piccolo in the rotation. His unit super attack is also not necessary. It is very good, don't get me wrong, but it does everything that his normal 18 key does, just it boosts the opposition by 20%. Well, not opposition, your crit rate by 20%, and this is obviously super duper helpful. So there's that. There's also the interrupt, the disable enemy action that he has, and both of these are of course obviously fantastic and they do help out a lot, but it's not needed for him to function. He still gets his defense raise over 4 turns, he still greatly raises his attack, he still does everything he needs to do, and as a unit he's pretty nuts. You know, guarding all attacks, 40% damage reduction, 60% damage reduction, you know, crit chance of 40%, the ability to fire off multiple super attacks. I mean, the guy is just really nuts, and the amount of key he provides to the rotation as well is also something that's really I don't want to say like unnecessary, because it is necessary, like the amount of key he provides, you know, to enable units like Piccolo, Piccolo Power Awakening, to enable units like Gohan, Ultimate Gohan. I think all of that is really needed, and he helps so much with that. He really makes your team, especially key wise, function really well. So I'm very impressed with him. Personally, I think he operates at a really high level. And I think for me, I'd have to say that, yeah, probably is a unit that, generally speaking, is the best in the game. So doing his Dokkan event and finishing his missions, getting that unit awakened and using him is always going to be good. Of course, operating at 55%, there is always caveats at 55%, but I think this is the kind of unit that overall functions at a really high level at 55%, so I think really good. Of course, it is always difficult because the anniversary comes at a time for global. We've also been seeing units that operate at an anniversary level for a long time. We've had Strength Kefla, Tech Caulifla, Strength Kale. We've had Goku Black, Goku Rosé. We've had Easy A's to Gotenks and Super Easy A's, and just a whole bunch of stuff that just didn't exist really on the JP side. And so our perception of units is always a little bit different. But I think Gohan is definitely one of the top units in the game, if not the top unit in the game. And you definitely want to complete this Dokkan event as quickly as possible to get there. But that's it from me. You can also awaken the AGL Krillin and Android 18, but you may want to consider raising their super attack level first with the Universe 7 Reps event. Bye.